I'd like to stop and take a moment to remind everybody that I am a lawyer in Ohio. I'm not your lawyer, and I can't dispense legal advice on TikTok, okay? But I can tell you what I would do if I had a new client appointment and it turned out that this person had some equity in a car, because I surely deal with this all the time. Now understand, I'm a different kind of lawyer. I don't like to put people in 13s unless it is absolutely the right thing for them. So if I find out a client's got a little bit of equity, or maybe even a lot of equity in something, I have a very honest conversation about what they can do to liquidate their own asset and use it to their benefit and go into a Chapter 7 in a pretty good position still. Let me explain how I would do that in this type of a situation. If I had a client who owned a car in the state of Ohio worth $16,000 and they didn't owe any money on it at all, it was free and clear, that is too much. That person cannot file a Chapter 7 and keep their car. Well, that's terrifying. I need to get to work. How am I going to go anywhere? Of course you do. Of course we all know that. Just hang on. What I would explain to you is that the exemption in Ohio is about $4,000 for a car and about $1,500 for a wild card. That leaves you about $6,000 in equity for one person. If it's just one person, not husband and wife, buying this car or owning this car, then yeah, the exemption is going to be $6,000 in Ohio. That's the number. So if your car's worth $16,000, you're going to be giving up $10,000 to the bankruptcy trustee if you file a Chapter 7 right now. But if you file a 13, the purpose of filing is to protect that $10,000 in equity. But you're going to pay more money for the bankruptcy, probably another $3,000 for the bankruptcy and all the interest. And you have to start paying back some of your unsecured creditors, your credit cards and stuff, just for the pleasure of trying to save your car. And oh, guess what? Your car is declining in value over the years that you're in the 13. So why are you doing this again? So if after listening to all the options, you decided that was what you wanted to do, I would advise you that you should liquidate your car, sell it for fair market value. That's a requirement. Can't sell it to a friend and family member for less than what it's worth. I would advise you, if you were inclined to do that, to put about $6,000 down on either a car that you're going to finance the rest of it. So you can buy a $15,000 car, put $6,000 down, finance the rest of it. Yeah, I know your credit sucks, but guess what? It's going to be a lower rate than paying a Chapter 13 payment to keep that other car. Remember that? Or you buy a $6,000 car and drive it for about 6 months or so, because your credit score is going to bump up because you're going to work at it and you're going to be eligible to get a different car with a much better APR in about 6 to 8 months. Oh, and that $10,000, you're going to spend it down on things that I'm going to tell you to buy because those are exempted items in Ohio anyway. You're going to buy braces for your kids, glasses, food, couches, and that's winning.